Oh boy.
Whoa!
Oh boy. We're
Did you press
here.
the button?
You push the button.
I sure did. Now that I'm a member of AARP,
True story. All right. So, special announcement, and we are now going to release it. You might have actually seen it in the interwebs, but
and the outer webs.
that's right. So, a couple years ago, we did an event at Craig's office called Agencies Ignite. And it was a super special event. We had agents from all over the country come in. It was a small group. And we actually did that because we were going to set up more live events. Didn't quite happen last year, but yeah.
Well, a couple things go into doing an event that we've learned.
Right.
Right.
A couple things.
And this wasn't some huge event, but it was really been, well, the folks that came said that it was very, very impactful for them. And most of them are still part of the community and getting great results.
Yeah, and so that event was super, super cool, and it was a game changer for us as well, because we actually solidified some incredible relationships during that time. I think everybody that went to that, their agencies were affected in an incredibly positive way that year, and then since then, all the ones that we still stay in contact with are way beyond what they were at that event. And I know Craig and I were the same thing with our agencies. And it reminds me of when I first started as an agent, and I didn't know what I was doing. You might have heard the story where, the first year we were on pace to make like 60,000-70,000 that year. And it was just something that I wasn't okay with. It actually, I'll never forget having my head on the desk after working a 10-hour day and thinking like, oh my gosh, I just went to school full time for 4 years to buy this business in which I'm going to make less than I was making before. And I don't think I can dig my way out of this. I bought that book for $750,000. And I thought, man, I might have made the worst decision of my life. And so it was really, I was in this mode of, I'm willing to put everything on the line, because everything really is on the line at that point.
Yeah.
And I'm willing to do whatever it takes to grow. And I have to grow quickly, because we were selling like 20 items a month at that time. And it wasn't even keeping up with the loss ratio or the retention. So I went to this one event. It was the first one. I felt so insignificant, insecure at this event. And I remember being just so nervous wearing my suits, like, if you know me, I don't really like wearing suits, but I do wear them every once in a while. But I remember just feeling so out of my element. And I remember there was one conversation at a pool at one of the breaks. We played hooky for the afternoon and went to the pool with a few agents, and we had a conversation about our agencies. And because we were out of the agency, because we were in this mode of like, what can we do to make a change, make a difference? One conversation led to the rest of the year, which that year was the year that we completely transformed our agency into being able to grow. The systems that we developed that year were the systems that took us to open the Scratch agency and grow exponentially. And I truly don't believe that could have happened without that conversation at that event. So to me, events are incredibly important. I think, Craig, don't you have?
Yeah. Similar situation. I came in from Merrill Lynch where the hustle generated the revenue, right? You had these situation where I could make a lot of the funnel metrics were the same, right? Dials, content, all that stuff. But at the end of it, if I close the deal, I could make 20K off it. Here, no, right? Like totally different situation. And so then the search began. And at one point I did go out to an event out in Florida, and it was a game changer. And interestingly, really good information from the event itself, tactics, different things that I hadn't thought of. But outside in the pool, because I was also super uncomfortable in it, like going out and talking with people and sitting there. I went by myself. And so because of my discomfort, I ejected from one of the things, and I went out and I was like, I'll go hide at the pool. I ended up running into several agents who I'm still friends with now. And it was the same thing. Like through those conversations with those agents, not only did I create those relationships, but also a lot of insights have come out of those. And it really allowed, it like cracked open the mind to think a lot bigger, right? And play a lot bigger. And that was significant, because you see, you're in the weeds, especially at the beginning, and you're thinking, how the hell am I going to get out of this thing? Right. I mean, my premium was going down, and the payment for the agency was the same. So I have a lot of love for events that help move the needle. And that one definitely did for me.
Yeah. So I think that this one is a big one, because especially going into 2023, with the recession, usually sales get a little bit tougher during recessions.
Yeah.
Rise of interest rates. I know our centers of influence are having tougher times closing homes, which means we're not writing as much homeowners, right? So knowing that this is going to happen, I think that this year is an incredible year to really put the pedal to the metal and put some gas on it and really go forward. I think that we can take some quantum leaps this year. It reminds me a lot of when I first started that first year, and I growing a little bit I wasn't interested in, because it wouldn't have made the kind of impact. I needed to grow quickly. And I think that's kind of a theme with this event is quick growth. Like, what can we do? What are the big things that we can do with our agencies to make massive impact, not just a little bit. And I love all of the tactics that everybody teaches in agencies, but there are some things that make a way bigger impact than others. And I think we get inundated in the agency with so many emails and things to do from our market leaders or whatever, right? There's so many distractions. There's so much noise. There's so much noise in the marketplace, where if you just concentrate on a few key elements, you can actually move the agency quite a bit faster. So that's one of the things that we're going to be going over. So Craig, are you going to share or do you want me to share?
You share.
Okay. Let's see here. All right. So
there we go.
Here's the event. So Craig, will you throw in the chat, or it's in the description, right?
It's in the description, but I can grab it. I'll grab another link. Put it in the
this
chat.
year it's called Elite Agencies Ignite. It's May 18th through the 20th, a 3-day event. Why is it 3 days? Because again, we're not in it for a little change. We want massive change, massive impact. I love all types of events, but the thing that I like about this event, besides having a lot to do with it, is we don't have to hold back. Going back to that event that I went to, you couldn't say a lot. And a lot of the presenters didn't actually say what they were doing for the sales that they were getting. It was insane. I remember I saw a few almost all the presentations I saw was about fluffy tactics that there's no way that dude that's selling 150K a month are using those tactics that he just got up there and preached about to get those results. because I was in the agency. I'm like, this is crazy. So this is going to be a no holds barred, like truthful tell all for these 3 days of actual tactics that make massive impact. And we're gonna have a bunch of agents from all over the country that are crushing it as well, that are going to give their insights. So if you go to this website, check it out. So we're going to be talking about lead acquisition, activation, sales conversion, optimization.
Yep. And multitude of speakers, a lot of who have already gotten results using the tactics and strategies that we're going to be talking about. We're going to fully dissect, pull apart a lot of the pieces of creating speed and growth in the agency so that you have that predictability, and it's not anymore looking for the search. So it's not going to be, here's 500 different ideas for how to get it done. But instead, let's get super tactical, and we're going to freaking dive in so that you get the thing that you do right.
100%. So what's included in your ticket?
Oh,
well,
yeah.
Right now, you'll get live events access. We're going to have luncheon, a dinner, cocktail hour, refreshments daily. We have multiple speakers sharing. You'll get actual tactics from all of them. We have a bunch of resources too that we're going to be sharing. We have a bunch of goodies that we're going to be giving out for free as well to everybody. There's a new book that we're going to be releasing at that time. So yes, so there's going to be, that is going to also be a pre-release. You guys will all have access to that book, but way before anybody else. There's going to be a whole bunch of frameworks that you'll be able to take back to your agency and use for the rest of the year. And there's going to be discounted pricing for the Kona Kai Resort, which is where it's at. And I didn't mention that, but it's one of the most gorgeous resorts in San Diego. And there's a little aerial view of it, surrounded by water on all sides. So it's an incredible place. Tickets right now are only $9.97 for general seating. It's going to include all of those things. What else, Craig? What am I missing?
Well, I am pushing very hard to have a kissing booth that Jason's going to be in. I don't know if it's going to work out. He's giving me some pushback.
Maybe. So with this is our idea. I guarantee this, from what we're talking about at this event, if you're selling, let's say 50,000 a month right now, if you're selling 50,000 a month, if we can help you convert with the same stuff that we've used in our agencies that we've grown over 10 million in the last four years, a combined total of both of our agencies. If we can help your agency convert an extra 10% for the rest of the year. So this is in May. So starting in June through December, that's 7 months. That would be an extra 10,000 in premium for those each month, which would be 70,000 in premium. Let's say you just have 10%, 10%.
I think you're doing 100,000, but you know,
yeah. On the front end, that would be $7,000. That means that this event would make you $6,000 minus the ticket price.
6, yeah.
So, and I guarantee that. I mean, there's no way that you're going to go to this event and you wouldn't be able to increase your sales by 10%. And that's our goal here, is to, and hopefully a lot more than 10%. So it really isn't a cost, but it's an investment. You're going to have some of the conversations from amazing dudes from all over the country. We will release the speaker list in the upcoming months. There's a few that are going to be phenomenal that have already agreed. So we're really excited about that. Again, this is going to change your agency. I know that
I think I would pay for the ticket price just to see the MC that is going to be there.
the MC is phenomenal.
Is one of the so excited. It is
Yes.
gonna be fantastic. So yeah, the link is in the description. Run in there, grab the ticket. This is the day one that this thing is open. So the cart is open. You can jump in if you want to make sure that you get your hands on all the goodies and the best seating. Then you better dive in.
Yep. Cool. So that's it. We're gonna have a few more announcements around this coming up, but we wanted to do the pre-release to make sure that you get your spot in time.
Get your spot.
Is that it, Mr. Craig?
Yeah, that's it.
All right, hit the link. We will.
We're gonna have a lot
we're
of
excited.
fun, and we are gonna help you grow that thing.
Grow that thing.
We're gonna grow that thing. So
All
let's
right.
do it. Thank you all. Appreciate
Thank
you
you.
taking the time out to check us out. See ya.